It is the fourth Sunday of Advent. Days are numbered. Few more days for the Christmas. And are you ready? Are you ready? Ready, of course. Many things are ready, but it's highly questionable whether I am ready, whether my heart is ready to receive Jesus. And it's very important that we get the point correctly. Get the point correctly. But then the problem is Satan distracts us from the whole point. Sin in Hebrew is hamartia, which is you miss the focus. That's what we call, what's the exact meaning of sin. A husband misses his focus. A wife misses her focus. And a child misses that child's focus. A father misses his focus. And mother does the same. There lies the deep, stinking sin. So here comes the invitation from the Lord to check and recheck with yourself whether you are really ready to receive Jesus. So it's the word says, the Lord is coming, but then when He comes, things will change. When He comes, He will turn things topsy-turvy. It's a paradigm change in your life. We are so glued, we are so attached, we are so possessed by our own plans. We find it difficult to let go. We find it difficult to surrender, because sometimes we are so worried, we are so scared. What will happen? Because my comfort zone will give me a lot of comfort. But then remember that comfort zone will comfort you only. It won't allow you to grow. So you have to, if you want to grow, you have to go through. If in order to grow through, we simply go through things. We simply allow things to happen without growing through the incidents. Real true maturity lies when you grow through the incident. You don't just pass it haphazardly. You give a deep, profound thought. You stop by that and reflect upon the things that are going to happen. That's the message St. Joseph teaches us today. His whole plan, his whole setting of life, frame of life was tarnished, broken into pieces with a dream. Josephs are always dreamers. Even in Old Testament, old Joseph, he used to dream things. He's a dreamer. And the new Joseph, New Testament Joseph also, he's a dreamer. He had his own dreams. But then the paradox of his life, paradox of Christmas, his dream is broken with another dream. His dream is broken in a dream in order to fulfill his dream. Your dream is broken with a dream to make his dream. Your dream is broken with a dream to make his dream. So that's going to be the theme today. Our dreams, our whims and fancies, the way things happen, the way we want to happen things, are sometimes broken. Christmas is a time where you are called to let go. King Ahaz was asked to believe in the word. King Ahaz was asked to believe in the word. But then he was so engrossed by the things that happened, because he saw Assyria. Assyria was a very powerful kingdom. That kingdom surrendered, invaded the southern kingdom, northern kingdom. And then he was so scared, because Assyria, to his knowledge, what he perceived and understood, Assyria was too powerful to defeat. And he has his own plans of having a treaty contract with the king of Assyria. But then, what the Lord wants is vice versa, something different. Lord said, no, you are going to fight. Then King Ahaz said, no, I'm not going to fight. He didn't want to fight. Why? He was scared. He was so stuck with his plan of treaty with Assyrian king. He was so glued with that. He was so stubborn with his plan. He never wanted to let go. But then our God's mercy was coming behind him and asking him to, if you want a sign, you ask me a sign, I'll give you a sign to say that I will be defeating Assyria. You don't have to have any business with that Assyrian king. Then Ahaz said, who am I to test God? I'm not going to test him. I'm not going to ask for any signs. That's what he said. But his ulterior motive, he was scared to ask for a sign. If he asked for a sign and God had given a sign to say that you have to fight Assyria, he would be done with his plan. So his projection was different. It's a pretense. We are all great pretenders, you know. Even sometimes religions becomes our pretense. We pretend to be someone else. We have our own mask. We have our words, you know. Preachers, we know how to deal with people. Words can very nice, very catchy words, but then life will contradict what we speak sometimes. St. Paul says, especially preachers are judged harshly. So we have to be careful. We have to be really careful. Words can deceive people. The king Ahaz said, I'm not going to test God. Now, who am I to test God? The word will say he's a very genuine person, but then the truth of his heart was different. My dear friends, the Lord is saying, I will give you a sign. Whether you ask or not, I will give you a sign. A virgin will give birth to a son. Can you please repeat? A virgin will give birth to a son. Of course, it speaks of God's direct, pure, profound intervention in human history. A virgin cannot bear a son. You know, it has to be, there should be a human intervention. But then the Lord is saying the sign is going to be Mary. Sign is going to be our mother. She's the only virgin who bore a son, and that son was Jesus. My dear friends, Ahaz was scared to leave his plan. The same thing happened in St. Joseph's life. Joseph was also scared to accept Mary because he has his own plans. Simple home, simple family, how many children, and how he's going to build his carpentry and that business, that trade, and how is he going to what land he's going to buy, and he's a very good carpenter, you know. It's one of the Carmelite convents. He built, nowadays there's a miracle. He built the spiral staircase. Still, now even today we believe that is done by St. Joseph. Luckily, our church is also St. Joseph. That's why we believe church construction is very easy, because St. Joseph is doing the administration, and he's the main boss here, and he's the contractor, and he does everything, we believe. Even today, he's a very powerful saint. He's a very powerful saint. And I have a personal experience with him. You know, my number one is Mother Mary. And she's my queen, she's my lady, she's my everything, and I love her so much. So after Mother Mary, I don't know what happened. About 2-3 years ago, this devotion to, the love towards St. Joseph was becoming very strong. And then I wanted a statue of St. Joseph to personally pray, because I wanted to be pure so much. And he's a sign of purity. That's why he's having a lily in his hand. And he's the one who had Mary and protected Mary and protected Jesus. And he's a very powerful saint. So that's how I was in search of a statue, and then to just have a personal relationship with him and ask him to intercede for me and all the stuff. And when he said, Father Kalana in Shara Piris is going to St. Joseph's Church, Grand Pass, and this is my first parish without Mary. My first parish is I became the parish priest in Matugama, and that's Mother Mary's Church. And I was in many other places, mainly related to Mary. Now the first parish that is St. Joseph's Church. So I have a personal devotion to him, personal love towards him. I know he supports me a lot. He supports me a lot in all these projects and all that, in flocking and shepherding my flock and everything. That's by the way. So this person, St. Joseph, had a simple plan in his life, simple plan. And that dream, simple dream, so that dream was broken with a dream. In his dream, that dream was broken. And he was so scared when he came to know his fiancée, his wife, is not only fiancée, his wife, because once they are betrothed, she is considered his wife. And that's marriage is done. Only thing, they have to live together. They have to take her to her home, his home, to live together. That happens after the betrothal, after about 1 year's time. So in that time passage, she got pregnant. And he was so scared. All the dreams were shattered. All his plans were broken. And he was completely cut up. And he was so upset about it. Christmas should take you to the deep waters, from your comfort zone to his plan. Christmas sometimes should break your dream, break your plan, break the way you want things to happen, That's where God will intervene in your life. How old are you now? How old are you? If you're 15, if you're 50, whatever it is, you have passed many Christmases. But then, if you had been an ass, like the king of Judea, you don't want to leave your plan. You don't want to let go of your plan and strategy. You will never experience Jesus in your life. You have to let go of your plans. You have to do that. That's why the Lord is inviting us. The Lord is inviting us. When the plan of Joseph was broken, the angel says, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Because she's pregnant with the Holy Spirit. She bears a child with the intervention of the Holy Spirit. My dear friends, then he accepted Mary to his life. Jesus was accepted with Mary. Jesus and Mary, you cannot separate. Joseph accepted Jesus through Mary. When you accept Mary, automatically you accept Jesus. It does not mean she is another goddess. No way. But then God came through Mary to this world. St. Joseph was given a mission to protect Mary, protect Jesus' Amma, Jesus' mother. So the very role, very mission is done by the Holy Apostolic and Catholic Church. No other church will protect Mary. They will all tarnish her name. They will all rebuke and reject her. They're so adamant. They will distort the word and reject Mary. But then, my dear friends, Joseph had to protect her, and he could have easily said that this child is not mine. He could have easily said, had he told that, they will stone her to death. Adultery is a terrible sin. But then he wanted to just leave her and go. Secretly, leaving her and going means he will accept the bad name on himself. People will say he is a bad character, he does not have patience, and he has used her and now going away. So he's kind of taking the blame on him and protecting Mary. That's the kind of righteous person that Saint Joseph was having inside him of himself. So Christmas is not a time of protecting you, but then rather protecting the one whom you love. It's very important. It's very important. And then he protected the secret. He was having that secret in himself. Nobody knew that this child is not of Saint Joseph. Nobody knew that. Only he and Mother Mary knew. And that's why we call Saint Joseph is a patron saint of secrets. He is the patron saint of secrets. What about your secrets? You all have secrets, isn't it? Are they sacred secrets or dirty secrets? Are your secrets sacred? I'm asking you. Don't answer. Just ponder. Once 3 gentlemen, they were speaking about their own problems, deep down problems. And one said, my problem, nobody knows. My problem is I'm having an illegal affair with another woman. Is it so? The second one said, so I'm having an illegal business, nobody knows. That's my weakness, okay. The other person was very reluctant. And what is your problem? What is your problem? What is your weakness? I can't tell. I have to tell because we have all shared our weakness. What is your weakness? And he said, my weakness, I can't keep secrets. and that's my weakness. And they both got really, really upset about it, What about your secrets? Are your secrets sacred? Think about it. Saint Joseph had a secret. It's a divinely sacred secret. That secret saved Mary, saved Jesus. But then our secrets will destroy yourself, destroy your families, destroy your unity. Everything is destroyed with our own dirty, stinking, festering secrets. So it's an invitation today. Let him break your dream to make his dream. So allow Christmas to be really joyful. Joy and thrill are two different things. You can be thrilled in Christmas. You can be really thrilled after the party, what you are going to wear for the Mass and everything. And you have a lot of tamasha in Christmas. But then exactly that's thrill. Thrill will come and thrill will go. After Christmas, you'll be really tired. Cholesterol will be high, debt will be more. And you'll be really tired after Christmas. But then joy will never influx. Joy will never change us. If you have Jesus allowing your dream to be broken for the other one's dream to be flourished, fulfilled, you allow your life to be broken for that others can benefit with your life. You have your secret sacred so that your whole family will be saved. It's a beautiful invitation today to protect your wife, to protect your husband, to protect your child, to protect your father, mother, to save them, forgetting yourself. So allow God to break your dream, to make his dream Allow God to break your dream, to make His dream. That dream is everlasting. That dream is heavenly. That dream is divine. So don't be scared to surrender yourself, to allow Him to break your dream. So true Christmas lies in breaking your dream to make His dream. May God bless you all.